Welcome! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this VGN Dragonfly F1 wireless gaming mouse. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. So if we look on the side, it says ultra lightweight, USB receiver, 90 million clicks, PA 33095 sensor, Nordic chipset. We have some specs listed on the back. This supports 2.4 GHz wireless and wired. DPI is adjustable from 50 to 26,000 via software. Battery capacity is 250 milliamp hours. Battery life is about 65 hours. So let's get this open. Here we have the mouse. Here we have a warranty guide, manual. Let's take a look at it. So we have an introduction. It shows the different parts. It charges with USB-C. It has a scroll wheel, forward back buttons. We have a power switch on the bottom. Also has a DPI button on the bottom. Has a place to store the USB receiver. Comes with a charge cable, an adapter, and extra mouse feet. Here's a quick start. You plug it in to charge it, plug the dongle in for wireless mode, turn it on. You can download software here. Here you can set the DPI. So it has colors. It has red is 400, green is 800, blue is 1600, and pink is 3200. It's nice that you can definitively tell what your DPI is set to. You can set the polling rate using software, and then it has a battery indicator telling your battery life. Okay, so it looks like we have some different stickers here we could put on there. We have some pads for the bottom. We have the cable. It's a braided cable. So it looks like we have an adapter here we can plug into, and you can plug the cable in here and then plug this in for your dongle. So I'll just plug that directly in the computer. Let's try charging the mouse. So I'll plug into a phone charger. Now you could just use the computer itself. So I can see it's flashing green there. So this has the buttons. Let me get a click in here. So that's the left, right, and middle click. Then we have the sides. It's not a very clicky scroll wheel. I'm not saying that's good or bad. People have different opinions on that. I just wanted to tell you what it's like. So if we open up this little door here, we can store the dongle in there, like so. Let's get this hooked up to a computer. So here I have a PC. Now I could plug it in with the cable, but we'll go with wireless. I'll plug that into one of the USB ports. Now typically you'd want to plug that into one of your slower ports. The reason being you don't really need a fast port for using a mouse, so you don't want to take up your fastest ports. This is probably a USB 3 one. I think this might, yeah, there's a slow port on the back, but we can use this one in the front. Now we need to turn the mouse on. So I'll move that up to on, and we're up and running. It's probably not easy to see the mouse here. Let me get something open. Here I have Notepad open. You can see I can move this around. Let me pull up a web page. So here I have a web page. I can scroll on this. Scrolling is very nice. Let's try this with some gaming. So I'll open up Steam. I have this Aim Lab software. It's for practicing aiming and such. So here I went to hit the dots, so I can move this around. So it has nice quick action on that. Now if you want to change the polling, you can press the button on the bottom. There's a little light there. I don't know if that's coming through very well, but now it's green, blue, red. So I'll try green, which is 800 DPI. So you can play around with that to get the right balance of what you want for a DPI. This mouse seems very responsive. I'm going to download the software so we can see what kind of configurability we have with it. Okay, I have the software installed. On the VGN website, you can go to VGN Hub and then look for the F1 Pro, and there's a download, and it's pretty standard install at that point. So once you open it up, it will show your mouse if it's connected. So I'll just click on it. And here we have our mouse. So it looks like we can click on things and remap. I'm going to leave it as is. Let's go to DPI settings. We're currently set to 800. We can set it to the other settings here, or we can add a level. So say we want 20,000. We can add that there. And now this is very, very fast. Probably a little too fast. But I was doing very well at 800. I'll leave it there. Looks like we can also drag this. Let's go to performance setting. So here's the polling rate. We're currently set to 1000. We also have 500, 250, and 125. We have LOD silent height, sleep time setting, key to bounce delay, movement synchronization, straight line correction, ripple correction, and a number of other modes here. If we go to other, we can restore factory settings or pair receivers. I'll say this software seems very, very easy to use. So if you want to do something simple like change the DPI, it's very easy to go in here, but it has some more complex things if you want to get into the nitty-gritty with it. So that's the VGN Dragonfly F1 Pro wireless mouse. This mouse is very lightweight, very easy to use, has nice settings on it, has nice customization. I really like how easy the software was to use. Now this could be a little slippery for some people, and it does come with the stickers, and the stickers are very, very grippy. So if you like super grip, you can use those. If you're good with the regular plastic, which is no different from any other plastic on a mouse, then you can leave it as is. So this would be great for gaming, but it could also be used for other mouse-intensive tasks, especially since you can dial it into your preferences. Now I used it in wireless mode, but you could also use it in wired mode. So if your battery dies, you can plug it in and just use it as a wired mouse. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.